South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grandview Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Sorry, everybody. Hey, everybody. I'm back in the studio, and it feels great after getting over my bad cold that I got for Christmas. It was a nice gift. Hello, welcome to the show. Hi. Okay, there. But hello and welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. A little lunch with Punch. The show's a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, some smart gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today, we're going to hit you hard with some sports and comedy. And we're going to hit you hard like this backyard Christmas game that happened. Here we go. They knew it was a bad idea. Now, when the running back and the defender both are wearing helmets,
it's always a good sign.
Always a good sign, Jeff. And what do you think's going to happen?
I already saw this video.
You've seen it, right? Here we go. And bam. Oh, jeez.
Fatality.
What did he get for Christmas? A concussion.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
You know those aren't fully padded
that
helmets.
is targeting in current college rules. But
well, backyard football, no rules. And hopefully that guy will be fine. On the show today, ladies and gentlemen, Judge Chris Sanders. Chris Sanders, I'm sorry, I got a little contact issue here. I'll work it out. There we go. Judge Chris Sanders will be here to finish off the show. Jeff and I debate some topics. He's got his gavel. It's going to be fun. And who's Jeff? Well, it's the guy that's here every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, it is a Friday. It does feel like a Monday. What does it feel like today to you, Ann? So confused.
I don't know. You confused me right this second.
It's Friday.
So. Yeah, no, it's Friday.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't Friday, even though days of the week don't matter anymore.
They don't. It's like being COVID again. Anyway, Jeff Parles is here, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! Jeff Parles for the final time of 2024. Jeff, how was your Christmas?
It was good. It was a good time. Good Christmas. Had a good dinner. It was good. It was real good.
Yeah,
I had a bagel. I know you. Well, I mean, you were on death's door for about
knocking
36
on it
hours.
for 2 days. Yeah,
but you missed you missed 2 amazing football games on Christmas.
Please.
Your team was awful. The Texans were somehow even worse.
And by the way, the final score of that game, you
not
just
scoregami.
I thought 31-2 was the scoregami.
Oh, I would.
Scoregami is a score that's never happened before.
I would have lost a lot of money on that if someone said, "Oh, 31-2, it's going to be the final score." Is it scoregami? Without looking, what do you think? I would have.
Unbelievable.
Would have lost a lot of money.
It's just that's a while. I didn't see a second of that game.
You missed nothing.
Let's talk about last night's football game whilst I do a contact move.
What is going on here? What is happening here?
There's something in my hard contact lens.
Then you should just not wear it for the whole show.
But then I wouldn't.
Does your eye color change? Do you have one of those type of contacts?
No, I don't have colored contacts.
I don't know. I mean,
it's lightly tinted for so you don't lose it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and see if it's gonna go in.
This is A+ content here. Drew Dog, we're putting in next year's best of.
That's better now.
There
Okay,
we go. There
so
it is.
I had 2 sleep sessions yesterday after the show and whatever. So I saw the score was 6-3. I thought it was like a halftime score. It was the final. So let's talk about some of the ineptitude of. Did you watch the entire game?
Unfortunately,
And
yes, I did.
You did. And
That goes with the unfortunately.
now, it was 6-3 in the first half. Is that correct? And then the
It was
second
6-3 at halftime. The second half was 0.0 to 0.0.
And
They
you
blew
made a
Tusky.
bet on the second half.
I took a half a point in the second half with the Bears.
Plus a half for the second half, and they covered.
And they covered because no one did anything.
Oh, my God. Now,
2 times in 3 weeks on Thursday night with no touchdown.
no touchdowns. Now, you had talked about how you were regretting you didn't do the touchdown.
No, this
bet.
one I can't even say I regret it because Brian and I talked about it yesterday. We both like the over, so it shows how much we know.
Now, and by the way, Ryan, sorry about your Bears. God. There was a bet at Caesars. No touchdown scored in the game. It was 135-1. Someone wagered $176.
Wow.
They had 8 tickets on no touchdown. He won $24,000.
Caesars only had 8 tickets too. I saw Circa only had 8 tickets.
Oh, maybe it was Circa. You're right.
Yeah,
It
Circa.
was.
So
I
I
apologize.
was going to say, not to take a shot at Caesars,
Right.
but the number you just said was way too good for Caesars to have offered it.
Oh, yeah, they have bad odds. Right? Yeah, exactly.
So that was I think it was
You
Circa.
almost blindly could predict a line if I told you.
Well,
the way
no,
you know.
look.
You could, though.
Look, because I know Chris and company don't only offer the no touchdown in the game on the Super Bowl. That's the only time that's offered
Right.
here. Circa and Superbook are usually the ones, and MGM, and BetMGM too. At BetMGM's credit,
Okay.
they've gotten a lot better over the last year and a half, where they used to be as bad as anyone is with making like long lines.
Okay.
where it's somewhat fair to the better. They've been much better. They were all in triple figures last night. But Circa, I think it was 125-1. 8 bets for Jeff Benson and company over at Circa. Not too bad.
Yeah.
After there was, I think it was $11 total dollars.
And by the
on
way-
the Ram 49er one
And by
2
the
weeks
way,
ago.
I think it was 135-1.
Could have been 135-1.
Let's bet on it.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Today on the lunch menu, let's go over the lunch menu, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot on the show. As I said, Judge Chris Andrews will be here.
May I take your order?
Comedy clip of the day, picks at 12:36. And in the Punch Bowl, we have a different kind of Philly special, a special Eagles jersey surprise. And Jeff, we have something called Disco Foot. I'm not going to
Excuse me?
Just wait.
Okay.
If you're watching the show, ladies and gentlemen, which you are, if you're hearing me say this, wait for Disco Foot. But first, it's time for top of show breaking video. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was Christmas, and our girl Caitlin Clark got faked out. No, Caitlin Clark did not get faked out on the court, but by her sister on Christmas.
Who gets to start?
Okay, so here we go. Oh, snap! Very embarrassed. I think maybe Caitlin just thought she was first. Maybe it goes back to what Ann said about Caitlin Clark. She seems a little cocky. But there you go. So she got faked out. She did get a gift, and it was a horribly mislabeled Fanatics shirt. Oh, more on that later on. Have you seen some of the stuff that happened with Fanatics for Christmas?
No, but it checks out.
No, but I know where you're going with this, Frank. We have another breaking video. Jeff, this is a multiple choice. Which rock star, Hall of Fame rock star?
Bret Michaels.
No. Bret Michaels is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Is he really not?
I don't think Poison really was a
Oh, come
critical
on.
success. Here we go. What rock star defeated his son in their 5 years running in their annual beer pong matchup? It's multiple choice. Is it A, Bon Jovi, B, Dave Grohl, C, John Mellencamp?
I'm going with B.
You're going with Dave Grohl?
I'm going Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the answer is Jon Bon Jovi. Bad Medicine. Very funny title. The champ is here, so that's his son. And I guess they do this every year on Christmas. They have a knockdown, drag out beer pong. By the way, that's the shortest beer pong table I've
Yeah, I don't
ever
know what's
seen.
going on there.
That seems like a child's beer pong
Yeah,
table,
I
which
know.
children should not be playing beer pong, but that table cannot be regulation. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. He wins again.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again.
It was sponsored by a rosé company, which I believe is John Cougar's own rosé company. He got crowned. There's a mysterious old man there. I'm assuming it's the grandfather. All right, so beer pong. Technically,
By
beer
the way,
pong's
Bon
a sport.
Jovi looks really good for 62.
Is he 62?
Yeah.
Is that what it said? Yeah. He's still got the full head of hair. He let it go gray. So I don't know. When that day comes, that's what I'll do.
Him and Bruce Springsteen, two of probably the 5 best exports ever from New Jersey.
You know, they're making a Springsteen movie with Jeremy.
We talked about this
we
at the
did
Christmas
talk about
party.
it? Yeah. Oh, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did. I saw another clip of it. He kind of looks like him as a young guy.
Especially from the era that they're doing
Yeah,
it from.
exactly.
Absolutely. And hey, look, it's a big year, obviously, for singer biopics because obviously Chalamet's playing Bob Dylan.
Oh, we're going to get to Timothy Chalamet later in the show.
Wow.
We'll get to him a
Look
little
at
later
me.
in the show.
I didn't even realize. I think I know where that's coming from.
Well, no, because I have some Bon Jovi jokes I wanted to do.
Oh.
Man, he's so skilled at beer pong, he should be wanted dead or alive.
I got to laugh.
His son thought he could beat his dad. Yeah, right. You're living on a prayer.
Oh, brother.
There we go. That's
And
more
then
like
since
it.
comedy comes in threes, I didn't write a third one. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our comedy clip of the day. You know, someone we love on this program because he gives us a lot of material because he's naturally funny. Not talking about Xavier Leggette. Oh, he's coming up later in the show. Don't worry. Jameis Winston. I don't know if you saw this clip yesterday. Jameis Winston was on the is on the show frequently, and I don't know if this is a paid plug for Popeye's Chicken. I don't care. But
I
here,
hope it is, in all
7 letters
honesty.
that'll make you laugh. Popeyes. Here we go. Jameis Winston promoting new wings from Popeyes or something. I don't know. Here we go.
P-O-P.
He went to Florida State, so we should be impressed.
That's 7 letters. 7 letters. And one represents
Shooting them low.
excellent, delicious wing flavor. Popeyes is the official wing of watching football.
I don't know who that guy is.
Let's eat one. Let's eat some wings
There it is.
together.
I'm going to be honest with you. Those wings look really good, actually.
It's the together at the end.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I actually went to Buffalo Wild Wings on Christmas Eve day. Picked up some. Oh, maybe that. No, they were good. I had a gift card that I received here from the. So I had some wings. Those do look good. I have a quick question for you. Are you okay with Taco Bell having chicken nuggets now, Sean? Sean, are you okay with this?
Of course, he's
Sean,
already had them.
oh, they're amazing.
All I'm going to just say is since Taco Bell has gradually moved into non-Mexican food.
Right, they're doing breakfast
They're
now.
doing which their breakfast is good. Now, granted, I haven't had.
Sean is still talking about the nuggets behind the glass.
Hey, Sean, are you okay back there? I'll be honest with you. I have an annual visit to Taco Bell. I only go to Taco Bell once a year.
What day is that? Is it
It depends on
the mood?
It varies from early in the year to late in the year, depending on the year. This year, my annual visit was in July.
Okay,
I don't know why it was in July, but
All right.
but again, I'll trust Sean. Sean's palate usually is pretty
Sean,
good.
they're that good. They have 72 grams of protein?
Wow, look at that.
Well, what would that be opposed to a McNugget, the Boot, the Bell, or the other one? All right,
What is happening now?
go to the comments if you want.
Sean, did you get your $1 McNuggets this week? And got them good.
And got them? Is that on the app? Because I have the app. It could be a little pick-up lunch on the way home. Because then I go clean in January. Clean
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, hold on a second.
No, what?
No. Forget that. Your cup, which may or may not be from somewhere else.
No,
It doesn't have a cap on it.
Oh, God.
Are you
Okay.
crazy? After what we've seen from you in the past?
Which, before you walked in, Jeff, today, by the way, if you haven't seen our best of 2024 montages.
That was also an underratedly great moment.
I literally said before you walked in, I said one of my favorite moments was when I spilled the tea all over myself and said, I had that. You said, was the cap on? I go, yes. And then you go, it's in the punch bowl. So, yeah. And then we did Drew Dog did a replay and you saw that the cap was not on the tea that spilled into my lap.
It was a
That was a good moment.
quite the moment.
That was a good moment.
You're good at these off the cuff random moments, right? You're good
Anyway,
at these.
watch the show. If it's down, it's living on our website there. It was episode 306 there. It's the best of 2024. A lot of fun. We thank everybody for watching. Where were we?
I don't know. We're in Las Vegas.
No, but it's time for roll call, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a roll call. All right. If you had to do a commercial for a product, what would it be?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think I would just go for broke and ask Costco to do an ad for them.
damn it. That was probably the one I was going to say. Yeah.
That's close, though.
Me and you together.
I mean,
Jeff and Frank at Costco. We got the boom. We could do that.
I mean, look, we'll take on Big Justice there. We're good. We're good with that.
All right. Oh, my God.
By the way, speaking of Big Justice,
Yeah.
can someone, Sean has explained this to me in the past, but how did those guys really just get famous because of the Costco content? Is that
so.
it? I know AJ.
Go to Drew Dog.
I know AJ was a professional wrestler in the past, at least, but there are also a segment of your listeners who have no idea what the hell we're talking about
exactly.
right
There
now.
are two guys that have become very famous for talking
And then
about.
Rizzler, who is America's favorite. Rizzler's got to be only like 12 years old,
He's
right?
very young.
He's very young. He's 8.
He's 8, but he has
America's favorite 8-year-old.
But he has the
Rizzler.
weight of a 12-year-old.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
But it's got to laugh. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll get to this in a second. All right, my kickoff question for today. What are your plans for New Year's Eve? We wanted to see what everyone was up to. Keith, I live in Las Vegas. I'm drinking at home to avoid the amateurs.
I agree with Keith.
Good answer, Keith.
Well, I'm not drinking. Well, it's on social media. So we moved into a house.
You did
yes,
move.
Moved
I
into
wasn't
a new
sure.
house. Yes,
Congrats.
we're in. So family's coming in. Actually, didn't come for Christmas. Coming for New Year's. So
Nice.
we'll enjoy Penn State and Boise State, which I know now you have some financial.
I do now.
Financial bearing on that game.
We're gonna do 2 plugs before we get to the roll call.
I'm gonna grab
Here
it.
we go. I received as a gift from Ann, very sweet of her, and Drew Dog. I apologize. I was gonna get the little tag there. They placed a $2 wager to win the national championship on Penn State for me. Now, if you know, Penn State's my most hated team in the world, so now I have to root so I can take home $13. I hope, Chris, this is just a donation. But
By the way, real quick, because I know obviously your favorite
it
college
doesn't have to
team,
be real quick. Take your time.
Your favorite college team is Pitt.
Oh, God.
Who yesterday
Set a record.
Pat Narduzzi, by the way, who should be fired,
He really...
kicking that field goal from the 2-yard line, where you're going into continuous plays from the 3-yard line,
right,
is one of the worst decisions in the history of football.
Now, I actually saw overtime. I don't know what time of day that was.
I don't know. It happened during our show.
I awoke from...
Toledo won, thankfully for me.
It was 3:30 when it ended. I remember this because I'm like, this game, I'd seen the beginning, and then when I passed out, I figured for sure it would be over. It went 6 overtimes, which is a record, which beat the record from the night before, right? South Florida game, I think. Pitt blew that. But here's the other thing about Pitt. First team ever started 7-0 and closed the season by losing 6 in a row.
No, it's good. It's you know what? They were the lucky.
It's a winning season.
They were one of the luckiest teams in college football to begin with.
You said that
at the beginning of the year.
You did say that.
And you know what? For Narduzzi's sake, he's lucky they were the luckiest team in college football the first 7 weeks, other than BYU, of course.
All right. So what did you get a $2 bet?
I have
on?
Georgia.
You have Georgia. Oh, that's a nice bet.
Well, my big future liabilities on for liability for the book, hopefully, is Notre Dame. And of course, Georgia and Notre Dame play each other. So I'll make if Georgia wins the title, I'll make a smidge back on my Notre Dame losses.
All right. And by the way, if you want to win some money down here at the South Point, ladies and gentlemen, this is the College Bowl jackpot parlay card. You got to do it by what? Tomorrow morning.
Guess what the first game is on here?
The first game is Iowa State, Miami.
And you know what bowl that is?
That is, I believe, the Pop-Tart Bowl.
That is America's favorite bowl game.
This might be the first bowl game that I will actually want to watch the pregame. Usually I tune in right at kickoff. I want to watch this entire game. Maybe they do something with the Pop-Tarts walking around.
So again, there's the jackpot card right there with all the matchups.
Down, you can win 25 grand.
Make sure you get it in and look, there's a potential for an overlay on this.
There's kids there. Go do a parlay card. They can't do it, ladies and gentlemen.
So I will tell you real quick.
Tell your dad.
Because we mentioned this last Friday. We showed Vinny the Pop-Tarts Bowl trophy.
Oh, yeah, we loved it.
Which is
a
functional toaster.
It's amazing.
I've never seen Vinny so angry at something.
Wait, why was Vinny mad?
He was totally offended.
No, wait, Vincent or Vinny Maliulo?
No, Vinny.
Senior, okay.
Yeah. I refer to Vince is Vince.
Oh, okay.
And Vinny is Vinny.
All right.
But
Vinny Vice Vide, what is that? It's a Latin thing.
But he was very, very agitated by the toaster trophy, which was rather shocking. I think it's pretty practical in all honesty.
Honestly, who gets the trophy? The team that wins, obviously, and you know those football players.
How many Pop-Tarts do you think are consumed in a college football facility on a yearly basis?
Do you know the answer to this?
No, I have no idea.
Probably not as much as the Uncrustables, which seem to be very popular.
People love those Uncrustables. Do you like those?
I've never had one. And I know when I mentioned this before, people were shocked. Again, this goes back to my whole don't like peanut butter and jelly together. I believe you're also on this train.
I don't like peanut butter. That's just me.
That's right. That's why Jeff is the weirdest person in the world. How do you not like peanut butter?
I just don't like it. I don't know why.
When you're older.
How much older?
When you hit 40, peanut butter becomes your palate changes every 7 years. Please come down. For $5, you can win $25,000 by just picking the winner of all the rest of the bowl games that we have here going on this season. I will do one today. I always do one on the last day. Of course, I started the season going 14-1, but didn't win anything on the NFL one.
It's still sad that happened to you.
New England Patriots. That's why, again, another reason to hate the New England Patriots. All right. Huh? You got one. You already did yours. Hands in. All right, I will do one as well. Let's see. Keith Lyle or Sammy. What? Why do my Oklahoma Sooners suck? Sean Campy wants to know. Why do the Oklahoma Sooners suck?
Because they're a bad football team.
There you go.
That's all it is. They just blew the 2-point conversion. So it looks like Navy's going to win the Armed Forces Bowl, and
they were down 14-0.
Yeah, it was 14-0. That's by the way a number dependent one. Real quick. Navy actually closed a 1-point favorite in this game when the early numbers had Oklahoma as big as an 8.5-point favorite. So this was a 9.5-point move. And if you somehow got the worst of the number, you didn't win. But every other Navy number is going to get there. Is that because their
quarterback, Jalen Hurts,
well, no, it's not Jalen Hurts. It's Michael Hawkins Jr. But it doesn't matter. Oklahoma, not to make Sean feel sad.
Right.
Oklahoma has and I don't feel bad at all, by the way, for making Sean feel sad about Oklahoma. But Oklahoma has a nice future, very similar to what the Nebraska Cornhuskers have turned into since moving to the Big Ten.
Okay.
A lot of mediocrity moving forward for Oklahoma.
Let's see here. Keith Lyle, Frank should have taken out his context before watching last night's game. JR, usually get to work a cool New Year's Eve live event for the same usher company that works the ballpark. But this New Year's Eve, I'm in South Florida, going to watch fireworks with the nephew somewhere. That's nice, JR. That's Johnny from the ballpark. And please tell me people heard that. Is he going to play some bets with his nephew? If you remember, a few weeks ago, about a month ago, he had he gave us a parlay that his 15-year-old nephew cooked up.
Yeah. Was his name Spencer?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Look at Ann with the recall. Very good, Ann.
Did it win?
JR, let us know. I think he went 2 out of 3, I think.
Oh, man.
He'll let us know. Mini Dar. Andy Martello did amazing yesterday. Was like a broadcast veteran. Well, he is. He was very good, and I texted with him many times afterwards to thank him for being so on point yesterday, because I was not. I was not of sound mind, but he was great. Vince would do a brown sugar cinnamon. That's your Pop-Tarts? Nope, that's my sister's. JR was his go-to Pop-Tart. I've talked about this before quickly. I only ate strawberry, unfrosted. Last day, senior high school, I ate one in the morning. Never touched one again since now.
It's impressive.
It is. Because I ate them a lot as a child. And
I look, for Pop-Tarts, s'mores is the one that I like the best.
See, that they didn't even have, when Ann and I were, they had 4. They had like cinnamon and brown sugar, cinnamon, blueberry, strawberry.
Vinny.
And cherry? Yeah, I never do cherry.
Vinny had unfrosted blueberry, right?
Unfrosted blueberry, yeah.
Which I think is as extinct as the dinosaurs are.
Yeah,
at this
I didn't
point.
like the frosted ones. Yeah, wasn't a fan. Last one.
I know
comment.
why you didn't like the frosted ones.
I didn't like the frosted ones.
I know why you didn't.
Why?
Because they reminded you of your
animal crackers. They reminded me of animal cookies. Yeah. They did. You're probably right. Comment. I want to see Andy Martello's in the chat room. Too many bowl games for a society that complains about everybody getting a participation trophy. They sure didn't seem to mind at all at the ridiculous bowling games.
I don't know. The bowl game, the regular nonsense bowl games have been significantly better than the playoff games so far.
That is true, because they've all been blowouts.
All these games have been tight, or some idiot.
Andy Martello.
Some idiocy. No, but I
Why don't you go back down to the double down and drink some Red Stripes?
I will say, though, for what Andy Martello is saying, 42 bowl games is a lot of bowl games.
Is that how many there were?
Yeah.
That's in tribute to Jackie Robinson, who played college football at UCLA.
I wish that was as formulaic as that, Frank.
That sounds pretty good.
That's good. I like that, though.
All right, let's get back to the show. Line of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Lines of the Night. So many choices last night with all the horrible things that happened in Chicago. Jeff, I will let you go first, but there was one.
Well, I sent 3 different things to Keith, so I have to see which one was selected in the end.
Here we go. I have this. This is from OptaStats. I'm just going to read this one, who we love. Tonight's Chicago-Seattle game was the first NFL game where each team had 6+ punts, 3+ sacks taken, 2 or more fumbles, 1 or more turnover, and 0 touchdowns since a 6-0 Colts win over the Jets on October 11th, 1987. A game involving...
Shocking the Jets are involved.
Right, but also it was replacement players during the strike.
Oh, even better.
Right. So this game is equivalent, if you were too young to remember the replacement games. I remember them. That was like watching a replacement game last night, which is pretty funny.
Well, the replacement players, that's the Washington over Dallas upset, right? That spurred the players coming back?
I think so.
That's a Chris question in a little bit.
Maybe we'll ask Chris. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so that was what's your line of the night, though?
And can you put it up to see which one Keith guys selected here? Oh, there we go. We went with this one. This has been a great Twitter account all year. College football campus tours.
Is this the guy who's traveled around to all of them?
All over the place. 91 games attended this year. That is a new Guinness World Record for most football games attended in one season at 91.
Now, usually you have to have someone from Guinness World Records be present. So are you telling me there was like a Guinness World Record chaperone at all 91, or are they taking an iPhone photo as validated? Because I feel like you could green screen that. This guy might be in his living room drinking with Keith Lyle.
Yeah, well, first off, if he's drinking with Keith Lyle, he's got bigger problems. But you know, it's
that's impressive.
It's impressive. They broke it at Navy's victory over Oklahoma.
Oh, is that what did it? He was there to see that?
Yes, that's Fort Worth, Texas.
Have
you been to Fort Worth, Texas, Frank?
I have. I've been to the stockyards. We shot Street Smarts there with giant cattle next to me.
I'm sure that was very entertaining.
And
actually,
then they parade them down the street. I have been to Fort Worth. Yeah, it was a nice time.
Yeah, the place I haven't been to the Metroplex actually.
That's what they call it. That's right. Yeah. All right, my line of the night, ladies and gentlemen, is we were talking about Fanatics earlier. Sean, you used to work for Fanatics, didn't you? Yeah, they have a lot of problems. Again, it's Christmas season. You obviously have massive amount of orders coming in.
Sure.
But go ahead. Let's show this one. Here it is. Who wouldn't want a Detroit Eagles jersey? Look at that one. There's the Detroit Eagles.
Wow.
Actually,
I'll be honest with you. I actually want that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's much better than whatever the hell's on the left.
That one is that a Caleb? What is that?
I think that's A.J. Brown, right?
It's an A.J. Brown jersey. Yeah, I couldn't remember. That's an A.J. Brown jersey, which has a tiny 11 up in the breastplate, or is that the back? I don't know. It doesn't even say Brown. Those are amazing. By the way, the Detroit Eagles one, yes, that guy should literally put that on eBay. And it would probably make a lot of money.
I will offer you 99 cents for it.
And by the way, it could be an NFC preview, possibly.
That's pretty good. I like that. The Detroit
Eagles.
How does that happen?
Again, I don't know, but there's been a lot of issues.
Thankfully, my jersey from Fanatics came well.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one did you get?
I got a Lindor jersey for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good one to get. He's going to be there a long time.
Yeah, well, the Soto ones aren't available yet.
Jeez. Those are going to go like hotcakes, though.
Nah, they'll be okay.
Here's a bonus line of the night.
What's that?
There was a bonus line of the night.
Ooh.
There was a bonus line of the night. Let's do it. All right, here we go. This is from John Ewing, a guy we've used before. Now, I don't know if you saw this. The Bulls were plus 6.5 to cover, and they were up 126-110 with 5.5 minutes to go. They were up 16 points. Hawks outscored them 31-7 the rest of the way. They lost by 8 points. That is a bad beat right there. There is NBA action. There was NBA action on Christmas, which apparently the ratings were very low. They went up against the NFL. And
they did well for what the NBA does. And I will say the Netflix games were down from last year's NFL on regular television.
It was $65 million.
They were down, though.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, Netflix.
Did you have any issue? Oh, you were half asleep on Christmas.
Well, I had issues with the Steelers, but my Netflix was flowing pretty smoothly.
Yeah, way better than that horrible boxing match that was not even a boxing match.
See, we this another reason. Next time there's a Netflix event, come down to the South Point. Watched it here, no interruptions, streaming smoothly. So come to the South Point to watch any of those. And if you want to come down and watch something tonight, you should, and you can get in a jackpot parlay card. All right, let's talk about today's date. Here we go.
Woo!
It is December 27th,
This is 2020.
4. Nailed it. Why are you shaking your head? I nailed that. Yes, I did. I added a 20. I'm supposed to I'm just supposed to say 4. Oh my God, Andy Martello's gift is here. We'll end the show with that. So it's December 27th. This is episode 307, I believe. 307 episodes. We appreciate you guys watching. If you're new to the show and just observing, please click subscribe. And within 5 minutes, right after 5-minute mark, you'll get into the chat room. So do that. I'm going to give out national days. We give out the national days that silly company does, whoever they are. And then one of them is fake. You got to find the fake. National Leftovers Day. National Fruitcake Day. Visit the Zoo Day, make cutout snowflakes day, National Pear Month, National Wear a Suit Day.
I'm going with the zoo.
You laughed at the zoo one.
Okay. It's December 27th.
Jerry also
goes to
is
the
agreeing
zoo
with
right
you.
now?
Sean is saying fruitcake.
I'm
Vince
with
is
Jerry.
saying
I hope
leftovers.
Jerry and I are right for the sake
All right,
of this.
here we go. And last person to take a guess.
It was the snowflake. No snowflake.
I have once again stumped everybody
Who
in the
goes
studio.
to the zoo on December
Jeff,
27th?
When I looked yesterday putting the show together, I went, oh, everyone's going to say zoo.
Who goes to the zoo? I'm genuinely angry at this one.
I literally had to do research. I clicked on it. Yes, it is the National Go to the Zoo Day.
On December 27th, when it's below freezing in most major cities.
I couldn't agree
That's
with
a
you more.
great idea, guys.
And Vegas doesn't even have a zoo, right?
They don't have an actual zoo. They have the exotic animal place that's in Henderson, I'm pretty
I
sure,
have not
right?
gone to that, but they don't have a zoo because it gets too hot in the summer for animals.
Yeah, of course.
I think Ryan once said they used to have a zoo. Vince, they used to have a zoo and they might be one long time ago. And I don't remember if he said there might be one coming back. I'm not sure. But
I don't know. Just in all honesty, hop on a 35-minute plane ride or
go to the LA Zoo.
5-hour drive and go to San Diego.
San Diego Zoo is very good too.
Yeah.
Actually, couldn't even finish it in one day. We saved the monkeys for last, and then we got there and it was pitch black. Like there were no lights. Monkeys are like, hey, you can't see us. It was very strange. Maybe, I don't remember if it was like a time change thing, but San Diego Zoo was amazing. Surprisingly, in our tour of zoos, what might be one of the top 2 zoos? Pittsburgh Zoo.
I've never
Phenomenal.
been. St. Louis Zoo is actually quite good also.
I've not been to that one.
National Zoo, good in D.C.
I've been there.
Bronx Zoo, of course.
Haven't been there either.
Yeah.
Okay.
As well expected.
Ladies
Zoo
and gentlemen,
conversation.
National Wear a Suit Day was fake. I made it up. It's not National Wear a Suit
What
Day.
about National Wear a Zoot Day?
Zoot suit.
Yeah.
You could go to the zoo in a zoot suit. All right, birthdays. The star of the new Bob Dylan movie, which is supposed to be great, Timothy Chalamet, turns 29. Apparently, it is amazing. So go see that. And then, special birthday. What's up, girl? Holler at your boy. Because she's my hall pass. Lead singer of Paramore, Hayley Williams, turns 36.
Wow, that's a band I haven't heard in a while.
Paramore. And speaking of my love for Hayley Williams, happy birthday to Nick Chubb, who turns 29. Because no one got the joke there? I love Hayley Williams, and it's Nick Chubb's birthday. Keith Lyle's probably like that. All right, here we go. We put him in the AI machine up in Utah. Caden, thank you for all your hard work. All right, there it is. Timothy Chalamet is at
What
the zoo. He went to the zoo.
No, that's not what I'm reacting
He went
to.
to, he's cut a snowflake cut out. What are you reacting to?
Look at the other side.
Okay.
We have a pair wearing a suit.
There's Hayley Williams, so it's a pair head.
No, that looks like an actual guy with a pair. Like the guy actually is a pair.
It's a paramour.
A Paramore.
Oh,
Drew Dog, mark it right now. That might bleed into the 2025 best
that
of.
was really
Early.
good.
A pair of more. Oh my God. And so, yeah. And then there's a Cleveland Brown helmet in tribute to Nick Chubb, who couldn't make the shoot.
Why isn't the pair wearing the helmet? And also, there's a Browns helmet in the back in that photo.
On that photo, That's Don Cockcroft in that photo. Only Chris Andrews will get that joke. He was a kicker for them who wore the single bar helmet because it looked like a single bar face mask. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Let's go to the punch bowl. Yeah, let's start the punch bowl. Here we go, Jeff. We got plenty of good stuff in here. I'm going to allow you to pick from there. Wow, that sounded really good. At the end of the show, we have Kenny White's dog coming up. We got picks in about 4 minutes. Chris Andrews still to come. And I will open Andy Martello's Christmas present. So I don't forget, I'm going to leave it on the desk. Yeah. There you go, Jeff. All right, what do we got? We got a lot in the punch bowl.
Can you open your present first? I'm curious what it is.
Do you want me to do it now?
Do we have time for that?
We could do it now, of course. All right, this was left for me by Andy Martello.
I just want to make sure that you get all the glitter in my chair for Football Frenzy.
It seems to be stuck on there, the glitter. He did a...
What is going on here?
I can't... This is the first present I've opened in a long time with wrapping paper. Oh, Christ, there's a box. I pray this isn't something where it's nonstop opening. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'll pick all this up. If you want to do a punch bowl whilst I do this, because this is fascinating television, I'm sure.
No, I'm enjoying it.
I should have kept the scissors. Oh, no, here we go.
I'm trying to figure out which one I want to start with.
It seems something framed. I have not looked. I am going to flip the frame up. Should I not do this?
Hold on. Just put it down here.
No, we're doing it live. We'll do it live. Here we go. Bam. Bam. Oh, it's a Donnie Harris. Donnie Harris is the legendary rock star from Pittsburgh. King Cole, one of my favorites. It's signed. Holy mackerel. You know the song Love is Like a Rock? Or you might know Aliyah, which is one of the big hits of the 80s. That's not on this. That would be on his first album. This is an outstanding gift. This has That's the Way Love Ought to Be. This Time I Must Be in Love. My Girl. This is awesome. Thank you, Andy. I will hang this very proudly. There we go. Thank you. And by the way, made in China. Okay. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to leave that there. You know who will appreciate this? Judge Chris Andrews will appreciate that because he is also aware and a fan of Donnie Harris. That was awesome. Thank you. Okay, go for it, Jeff. What do we got?
Number two.
Eagles
hosting the Cowboys this week. It's a 7-point line.
Yep.
Frank's asking, are the Eagles the best team in the NFC? Now, this weekend it may not be because Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol.
So who's their quarterback in Philly?
Well, Kenny Pickett is also banged up.
Yeah, they have a third stringer.
So if
they mentioned his name during the game.
So somehow if Kenny Pickett and Jalen Hurts are unable to go, your boy Tanner McKee.
Oh, of course.
Stanford legend Tanner McKee would be the starter.
Wow.
If that happens, that line will be dropping a lot if that is the case.
Even though CeeDee Lamb isn't playing for Dallas for the rest of the season.
The Cowboys properly shutting CeeDee Lamb down.
Good move. Who had an amazing season, by the way.
Great year. Again,
over 100 catches.
Almost injured his shoulder again on Sunday night in their upset win over Tampa. Are the Eagles the best team in the NFC? I'll be very quick. When fully healthy, yes.
You think they're better than the Lions?
They're the most complete team because
their defense is amazing.
Because the Lions' defense is so battered with injuries.
True.
I said this yesterday on Football Frenzy to our friend Dwayne Colucci, who was in studio yesterday.
Colucci!
If the Packers play the Lions again, I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah?
Yeah. So.
All right, by the way, what was I going to say? You said something interesting there, and I had something. Nope, it's gone.
Okay.
Oh, Philadelphia. If you were playing someone in a fantasy playoff game, would you start the Philadelphia defense? Yep.
I mean, they start every week, so what does that impact?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for picks at 12:36. Let's do it. We're going to do some picks. Here we go. There's the jingle. The reason I mentioned at 12:36. Fantasy football, ladies and gentlemen, if you're aware of the Red Panda League that we have started here and we all participated in that works on the show, we are down to the championship 2 weeks, and the two players left standing are Jeff Parles and somehow myself have made the finals. We're in it.
Just proves how dumb fantasy
football is. The two guys who didn't really even know what the hell.
We kind of did know what we were doing, but it just kind of proves my point, though. That
Sean had a great regular season. Unfortunately,
it's just a luck box. I mean, I had the best week I had all season in a playoff week. Just the luck of the draw. I mean, Sean would have beat legitimately every other player in the league the last 2 weeks, and he ran into my team, which was a juggernaut for 1 week.
There you go. All right.
Also, Sean and I's managerial decisions in the first week of the semifinal.
Yeah.
as bad as you can possibly get.
Who did you leave out, Sean? Cooper Kupp was 0 points.
Sean and I's benches both outscored our starting lineups.
Are you serious?
that week.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for picks at 12:36. Chris Andrews has joined the program, ladies and gentlemen. The judge doesn't come on time. He comes early. That's right. Because if you're on time, you're late.
Thank you, Vince Lombardi. Yeah.
That's who's credited with that, right? Yeah. And you're wearing a USC Trojan shirt
They're
today.
playing tonight.
Yes, they
Just
are.
down the road from us.
Just down the road.
USC saved my life. The least I could do is wear a shirt.
That's right. That's where you had your surgery.
I
so
had my bone marrow transplant there.
Oh, there you go. Good reason to take USC tonight. Jeff, do you have a pick for us?
Not in that game. We're going to Sunday. We're going to keep fading the Jets at all turns here. We're going to lay to 10 with Buffalo. Yeah, a little bit of a concern with the Bills last week. I don't know what the heck happened to the Bills last week. I know they won, but that was New England outplayed them for the majority of that game.
Division game, yeah.
I would just toss that.
Yeah,
it's the NFL. That kind of stuff happens all the
And
time.
I was very happy that Buffalo did not play well because I had New England last week, so it was good. But we're going to lay to 10 with the Bills against the Jets. The Bills win this game. They lock up the 2 seed. They don't have to play anyone next week against the Patriots, which, by the way, we get to have a lot of fun with the final week of the season and all that fun nonsense
I
coming.
love that final week.
Yeah, that final week. Which
it's like what, there's 42 bowl games. Is that what somebody said?
42.
Is that really
Justin.
right? Well, it's like booking 38 of those bowl games, which suck. In the last week of the season.
No, it's a mess. It's a mess betting wise.
Wait
I think I've made a grand total of 2 Week 18 bets the last 3 years, which is saying something.
Okay.
But
we encourage you to keep betting.
Yeah, we're going to lay to 10 with the Bills. The Jets are awful. Last week, Frank, I mentioned this with Chris and Vinny.
Yep.
Earlier in the week. I didn't mention this with you. The Jets just became the second, again, that game against the Rams, they lose 19-9.
Okay.
They're just the second team since 1940 to not punt in the game but not reach double-digit points.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Wow. They just keep keep setting
they
records.
keep doing things that haven't been done or done less than 5 times, and none of them are good, which is very impressive.
Hey, I meant to ask because I was busy a little bit.
Yeah.
Was the Houston-Baltimore game the other day, was that a score gone?
No.
Listen to this.
It was the third time that scores happened.
You got to be lying.
I asked Jeff
Trust
right
me,
before
I would
air.
have lost a lot of money if I had to
Oh,
bet
my
that.
God, yeah.
I asked him right before because I didn't see any of that game. I was sleeping. I didn't see any of it. I woke up. I saw 31-2. I go, oh, I got to look. I guarantee you
the
that's
last
the
time it happened was 1965. So it was pre-Super Bowl era, but
Who played in that game?
I'll look it up, but it was on September 19, 1965.
Wonder if that was an AFL game or an NFL.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's because
Because they've incorporated all those AFL stats.
That's true. Yeah. I'm gonna guess Cleveland, Detroit. No.
We'll find out in a second.
Or the
I'm going to
Steelers
say
were terrible.
San Diego and Buffalo.
Could be the Steelers getting that 2 points back then. They were
Why
pretty
was
bad.
why was week 1 so late in 1965, Chris? It was September
JFK
19th.
They probably only
assassination.
played 12 games. I think they only played 12
So
games.
here you go, 1965, the Dallas Cowboys with Don Meredith at quarterback, by the way.
Dandy Don.
31-2 over the Giants in week 1 of 1965.
The Giants?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to go with Arkansas plus 2.5. Arkansas got killed by ranked teams and dominated those that weren't ranked. Texas Tech is unranked. That comes from Kevin Bellenkoff, so I'm kind of cheating. I am going to go ahead and recommend Arkansas tonight plus the points today.
You can do a lot worse than following Kevin Bellenkoff.
You can. He knows what he's talking about.
He's pretty good.
Sends me his pick. So I'm going to go with Kevin right there. And I understand, did Navy go for 2 to win that game?
No, Oklahoma went for 2.
Oh, they went for 2.
To win the game and got stopped. So Navy won. By the way, if you laid the point with Navy at the absolute end, just take the rest of the year off.
Yeah, you could have taken 8.5.
You only could have taken every other number and won that you had.
So Arkansas. So Chris, I have to ask you about last night's game. I don't know, 6-3.
Yeah.
Come on. I woke up. I saw the score. I thought it was. It said final next to it. I couldn't believe it. Terrible game. Was there a lot of people here watching or rooting, or what kind of action was on the game?
We had a decent crowd. Yeah, I mean,
Chicago people. Yeah, anyway.
I mean, right now the town is packed.
Sure. Yeah.
You know. They went down. Seattle went down and scored right away. And I thought they were going to get a touchdown. They settled for a field goal. And I'm thinking to myself, we need this game under. I don't know if we can keep it under. That was the last moment of sweat.
9 points.
And by the way, that was a great score for us.
Oh,
6-3.
okay. All right, good.
But the whole fourth quarter, I'm watching. This game can't end 6-3, can it?
Unbelievable. I saw the last play, that desperation toss by Caleb Williams. Not good. We have some more punch balls. We got Chris here early. We'll get to the judge. Why don't we pick a few more? By the way, did you see the gift Andy Martello got me? A Donnie Iris signed album.
You know, I'm trying to think 2 years ago when I went back to Pittsburgh, my cousin.
Yeah.
You know, she says, you know, when you go check in your hotel, we'll pick you up. We got a surprise for you.
Oh, come on. Oh, I think you told me this.
Yeah, we go see Donnie Iris.
Yeah.
I got pictures of me and Pam with Donnie Iris. And
you got to remember, guys, he's 80 years old. Maybe 80.
He's 80. Yeah.
He's 80, and he still puts on an amazing 90-minute show.
I mean, he's not Mick Jagger, but he ain't bad.
He's notorious for, he does these screams. He's amazing. He's still there.
Yeah.
I've known him since I was a kid, so I love him. All right, Jeff, pick another punch ball while we got Chris here. There's a few more I definitely want to get to.
All right, perfect. It's number 4. Our friend Xavier Leggette here.
Is it Leggette?
Leggette.
I don't know.
I think it's Leggette.
He could actually say his name, and we wouldn't understand it.
So you brought. And do we have video on this
We
one?
have video.
Yeah, you might as well
Just
bring
roll
it
the
up.
video. Here we go. Here's.
People want to know how you're a picky eater when you eat cool.
Now remember, he talked about
I don't eat
raccoon.
the bell peppers and all that extra stuff like that. So anything that's exotic, that stuff is too exotic. Onions. Yeah, that's exotic. The cool is.
Now she asked him what he had for Christmas.
So what you have for Christmas? I had some cool. I bought some with me today.
He brought some leftover.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like pulled pork.
It does look like pulled pork. Raccoon.
Y'all gotta try.
So he makes the reporter try some. And he's got some wings there, too. Everyone knows wings and
wings
raccoon.
look great, by the way.
Wings and raccoon. That's 2 times wings have been on the show today.
Yeah.
We know what Jeff's doing for lunch. I already had my Buffalo Wild Wings with my gift card. And she ate the raccoon. She goes, not bad. Tastes like chicken.
So how much money would you need to eat a bite of
that was the question.
raccoon?
How much money would it take for you to eat raccoon?
Chris, you can go first on
Chris?
this one.
I'm not sure they print that much money.
I just heard Sean faintly say, yeah, I'd do it.
I think I'm with Sean, actually.
You tried you tried it?
I'm saying that.
There is a genuine risk of getting rabies, I would imagine. No, that would be my one concern.
I was going to say 500.
But my uncle was a big hunter.
Okay.
And I've eaten squirrel, you know.
You have had squirrel?
Yeah, I've had squirrel.
But raccoon's
and by the
like
way, I mean, I've eaten rabbit. You know, rabbit is actually pretty good.
Rabbit is good, even though you have to get over the fact that it is rabbit. But yes, it is good.
I'm gonna call some audibles here. First of all, I'm gonna go to Punch Bowl 1. I'm gonna do a couple more, and then we'll get to the judge.
I got to find Punch Bowl.
All right, Punch Bowl 1. You want to do it?
That's 5.
Okay.
Will be the last one I pull out. You know it.
This is like the Stefan Diggs clip all over. There we go.
Oh, okay. Go ahead to it, Frank.
Okay, here's a clip. So, by the way, if you didn't know what to get your girlfriend or fiance, whatever she is, here's a guy. He got her a nice gift. And by the way, this did not hit, by the way, but here we go. Here's what she got. She's going to get to it. It's a prop bet suggestion. There you go. Merry Christmas. Take Zach Charbonnet over. Combined 95.5 yards. It did not hit. I checked this morning.
That's pretty amazing, since Charbonnet legitimately touched the ball on every single play.
It seemed like in the first half. While I was putting the show together, I saw him. I go, oh, this is going to hit easily. I think he had like 57 yards rushing.
57 plus 19. That's 76, Frank.
Well,
that's
that counts
not
as
there.
a Christmas gift. Christmas just got a lot cheaper for me. I can tell you.
All right, we're not going to do that. Let's go to 7, and then we'll do Judge Chris.
7?
Yeah. You want to do 7? We had a lot, but I forget that.
There's not even a 7 in there.
That's fine.
Oh, is it?
Nah.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, because I was going to. Okay,
4.
here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I want you both
2.
here for this. Is this sports? We do this on the show. I'm asking you both. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you
What
disco
happens when
foot.
you combine soccer and dancing? It's called disco foot. Here's everything you need to know. Disco foot is both a soccer match and a dance performance. It combines the basic rules of soccer, but has one rather important difference. Dancing is required at all times. Continuous dance improvisation follows the soccer ball, but also gives merit to what is referred
All right.
to as which plays a vital role.
Chris, when will we have lines up on disco foot? And
Never.
all right, Jeff, I ask you now. He's
I'm
still
at a loss for words on that.
mouth agape. Jeff Parles is at a loss for words. Put in the montage on Monday. Disco foot. How much time would you spend watching disco foot?
I have nothing to say. I'm totally confused.
I'm going to
baffled.
quote Bobby Knight.
I'm
Okay,
baffled
quote
here.
Bobby Knight.
I would rather watch frogs making love.
Did he say it? Quite
He did
like
say that. Well,
Yeah.
I may have paraphrased.
And disco foot fan. Would you watch disco foot?
I don't know. I don't know if I would go as far as Chris on that one.
I wouldn't pay to watch it.
I mean that's one of those of like if you're in a major city in the U.S. and you're just walking down the street and then all of a sudden you see that, you're like, what is happening here?
So it's time to move.
No, I don't know about that. I was going to say what are they on and where can I find it?
Yeah, there's another one. Yeah.
By the way, it's recommended when you watch Disco Foot that you eat raccoon. So it's very strange.
Good,
Yeah,
good,
very strange.
Good tie-in.
We had a couple of big deal. Jalen Hurts and Saquon. I just combined them into one player. Jaquan.
Nice.
They both bought their offensive line golf carts. No one really cares about that. There you go. And then I had something. This was just a discussion only. I'll ask you quickly. Pete Carroll rumored to coach the Bears last week on this program, or 2 weeks ago. You felt Mike Vrabel would be the next Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I'm changing
coach.
my answer. It's going to be Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
They will allow him to go to the division rival.
Whatever. They
really can't stop him.
You can't stop him for.
Would Pete Carroll be a good coach? A good hire?
For what that team is?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the game's passed him by personally.
No,
But
I would disagree.
He would change the culture. That would be the one thing he would do. I think the game has passed him by culture-wise. Might be good enough to get you to 7 or 8 wins.
I disagree because with Kurt's rule in my favor. That wasn't even one of the topics.
But I'll tell you why. Seriously, I think Pete is smart enough. He would bring in good assistant coaches. And Jeff, you said the culture, he would bring in a culture. That's what they need in Chicago. They need a culture change.
They do.
I mean, you could find good coaches. There's a lot of bad coaches out there.
Excuse me.
But the fact is, if you bring in somebody, look at Dan Campbell, and they're talking about this a lot. He's not a great statistician or what's the word I'm looking for? Tactician.
Yep.
But he brought in a culture.
Yep.
And that's what they need in Chicago more than. I mean, I've been doing this. I've been watching football since the 60s.
Right.
I mean, they've had one great team, a couple of mediocre teams.
Yeah.
Other than that, they've been bad for a long time.
Really have been.
Despite having some of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
Butkus, Sayers.
Peyton.
Peyton.
Yeah. Brian Bashnagel from North Allegheny High School.
There you go. Oh, okay. I actually met him one time.
Did you really? That was he was like a legend because that was the only player from NA that made the pros.
He was pretty good, yeah.
All right. So what was I going to say about? Oh, Steelers, real quick. Brutal game on Christmas Day. I just saw this morning. Bill Cowher's coaching tree. Head coaches 9.
Right.
Mike Tomlin 0. Zero assistants have gone on to be head coaches.
And you go back. I don't know where the problem lies. I don't know. But he's not hired really good assistants.
He wants to be the focal point.
They did have. I disagree with that too. The guy that went to Tampa, Bruce Arians. I mean, he was under Tomlin.
Was he a Cowher hire though?
He was probably a Cowher hire.
I think that's why.
But Tomlin, I mean, I'm sure he was involved in his firing. He's gone on to be,
won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl. He tutored a young Andrew Luck. I mean, he's
your favorite non-Steeler.
Was a terrific coach.
Yeah, Bruce Arians
he really was,
and hysterical, by the way.
Yeah,
very funny guy.
But I mean, all those other guys. I mean, like I said, I'm not sure how much Tomlin has to do with it, or the Rooneys, or whatever. But they've not had good hires as assistant coaches, and the way football is now.
Yeah,
I mean, college and pro. And I try to follow college, and a guy I've mentioned before, Dave Bartu, does a great job of following the assistant coaches, in college. And they mean a lot. And they mean just as much in the pros, too. You have to have good assistants. There's just too much for the head coach to do.
Yeah, really.
And some of these head coaches are calling plays. I'm like, you're calling plays. I mean, there's a million things to do. But I think that's where the Steelers have fallen into somewhat of a mediocrity in the last, 10, 12 years, something like that.
All right, real quick.
By the way, if we're going off of Tomlin hires, Arthur Schmidt's getting a head coaching job again at some point.
Probably, yeah. That's
I don't know when, but he's going to get another one.
All right, good point.
He got offered one at North Carolina.
Yeah, well, I still can't believe Belichick took that job.
Still one of the shocks of the year. Evan Natola, Disco Foot, I'll skip past it. And Agent 87, this network doesn't sleep. So Agent 87, I don't know who that is, but I have maybe.
You slept a lot the last 2 days, though.
Do you know who Agent 87 is?
No, I'm saying you slept
a
lot the last. To make sure you're here today.
I don't know who that is, but this network doesn't sleep. We're always doing stuff. Make sure you watch all our great shows. By the way, later on today, Football Frenzy.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Chris Felikas joins us right out of the chute.
Excellent. All right, let's get to Judge Chris Andrews, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the final time of the year, I guess we're doing. Judge Chris Andrews. All right, I got some topics here. Chris will decide who gives the better argument on these topics.
That intro got even more intense.
More
than
dramatic.
it was.
Loved it. All right, here's the first one. Name the worst team that will make the NFL playoffs.
I'm going to let you go first because I'm curious your answer here.
It would be painful for me to say my team. I'm going to go with Texas. Doesn't look good right now. I mean, they just lost 31-2 to a playoff team.
Who?
They're called the Texans. by the way.
Texans. Okay, folks, I'm on Dayquil. The Texans. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans as the worst team. I actually think the Steelers, who will not have to play the Chiefs, so they could play either. I hope we don't play Buffalo again. Ravens are a possibility. The way the season's going to fall, we'll see. I would like the Texans. I feel like the Steelers could actually win a playoff game. Tomlin's first win in 7 games. I will go with the Houston Texans. Why do I have problems with the Houston Texans? Stephon Diggs, and now I call them Texas. Jeff, the floor is yours. Your Honor, thank you for being here as always.
Is this who I think will make the playoffs or who could make the playoffs?
The worst team.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
I need a clarification on the question.
The worst team that will make the NFL playoffs.
That will make the playoffs. All right, I'll go with the Denver Broncos, even though their defense is good. There's no arguing that.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you didn't take the Texans, I would have taken them. But I have to change it up a little bit here because the Texans are going to be a home underdog regardless of who they play.
Correct.
Assuming it is the Chargers or your Pittsburgh Steelers, even with the struggles of the Steelers. But Bo Nix in the playoffs on the road against Buffalo, probably in game 1, that has the potential to look every bit as ugly as some of the worst playoff performances we've ever seen. Looking at you last year, Joe Flacco against the Houston Texans.
Oh, boy.
But in the end, Broncos, great story. First playoff appearance since winning the Super Bowl almost a decade ago, Super Bowl 50. But in the end, the Broncos still not any good.
All
Still
right,
one of the weaker teams. By the way, real quick.
I'm sorry.
Real quick.
Counselor.
Officially, for this week, Jalen Hurts is not playing against the Dallas Cowboys.
That just Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett is getting the start.
There's the game we'll be watching. Look, I never hated him until when they said, hey, did you learn anything by sitting on the sidelines and watching Mason Rudolph? No. That's where
right
he lost
away. I didn't think about it.
No.
Well, no, not really.
That's where he lost the entire town, lost the locker room, lost the town, had to be shipped out of town.
All right, time for my ruling.
Yep.
I rule for Frank.
There you go.
You didn't even get the team right, though.
No, I understand that.
But Your Honor,
it's Frank. It's Frank.
For what it's worth, I do actually think the Texans are the worst team.
Well,
I didn't want to repeat.
This morning I was just going over some numbers.
Yeah.
And they have dropped off a cliff.
They didn't sneak up on anybody this year.
I will throw this at you, Chris, because the sophomore slump for Stroud has been real.
Yes.
He's gone backwards this year.
He has. Yeah.
Remember at the beginning of this year, we were talking about Bryce Young's the worst draft pick ever, basically, potentially going into what Howard was benched week 2. Bryce Young's played better than C.J. Stroud has over the last 2 months, as crazy as that may seem.
Okay.
I'm
not saying long term, but at least for 2 months.
Cool your jets there, buddy.
Your Honor, I would ask that the court finds...
Move on.
Next one.
Next one, I gave this one to Jeff before the show.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this one.
Okay,
but okay.
That's always a good thing. Now, it's we've officially had 25 years in this century, so a lot of people are doing the best of 25, the worst of 25 years. Greatest athlete for the first 25 years.
I want you to go first again.
I did a lot of thinking on this one. I didn't want to go professional for sports.
I hope you take Ben Roethlisberger.
I'm not going to take Ben Roethlisberger. I'm going to go with a single sport, a guy that it's you against the competition, no team.
Oh, I lose.
Usain Bolt.
Oh, now what I thought he was going with.
I'm going with Usain Bolt. Dominated the fastest man in the world, the 100 meters, but it wasn't even close. The man would let up on the final 10
meters.
He would
laugh at the guys
he would
around
laugh
behind him.
And turn and, so I am going to go Usain Bolt. Simone Biles was up there. And there was also another Olympian, I thought, which I don't want to step. Are you going Olympian?
You know what? I wasn't going to, but because you jogged my memory, I am going to go Olympian
Please don't,
now.
Your Honor, I don't think that sounds fair. He's piggybacking.
I'll decide what sounds fair.
Please don't say.
I was originally going to go with LeBron James because of the longevity, the fact that he is still one of the 15 best players in the NBA in year 21.
Amazing.
Right now, it is beyond insane. But because you went Olympics,
Your Honor, this doesn't seem fair.
I'm going with Olympics too, and I'm going with Michael Phelps because I thought you were going with Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, 23 gold medals
Your Honor, he used his computer to look up the stat.
I had to double check that it was 23. 23 gold medals for Michael Phelps over multiple Olympics. The most dominant Olympics ever in 2008 in Beijing. I'm going with the best American
Everyone
athlete
knows the water's thin in China, and that
with
made him
Michael
swim.
Phelps.
Here's my ruling.
Okay.
Swimming and golden medals are overrated.
Oh, God.
It's all kind of the same thing. Here, swim from here to there, come back and do it again. You know,
Your Honor, he's interrupting.
You duped me. You duped me, Frank.
By the way, and okay, first of all, I am rolling for Frank, but both you guys missed it because it could either be LeBron James, and as much as I don't like LeBron that much either, but Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is another one.
You know,
I mean,
these
stuck
guys.
with my guns.
You guys
see what you did here?
Well, here's
I led the way. I led the prosecutor.
Here's my beef with both of those sports.
Okay.
You kind of play when you want to. You know, you gear up for every 4 years.
Right.
You know, if like Michael Phelps missed like the NCAA championship, it might be on page 6 of the sports. But you know, let's say, you know, I had this beef when ESPN did the top 50 players of all time, and Mario Lemieux didn't make it. I said, you know, if you're scheduled on Tuesday, and you're a hockey player, you're playing on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You know, and like Gordie Howe said at one time, what, can I stand? Okay, I'm in the lineup.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way it is. Where, you know, like you play tennis, you golf, you swim, all those, even boxing. You're showing up like when you feel like showing up.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like showing up.
Michael
like
Phelps
if you're
took
on
a year off sometimes,
yeah,
right?
if you're on a team sport, you know, you're playing. Now, that's why I would downgrade LeBron a little bit because like NBA anymore, if you don't feel like
Load
playing, you don't play.
management, yeah.
You tell me the last time a hockey player missed a game for load management.
They're different,
including
yeah.
Mario Lemieux, who had cancer.
Yeah.
And as soon as he could play, he was back in the lineup. He missed 6 weeks of that one season and still led the league in scoring.
He's insane.
So anyway,
He
could have
really
been Lemieux, but a lot of that was in the 90s.
Again, to back up Josh Yohe, who's been on this program many times, name one thing that Wayne Gretzky did better than Mario Lemieux. And that was always his argument, that Lemieux's a better player.
You know,
Mario was faster, bigger, stronger.
Dave Damashek, that's one of the things he always says. 66 is greater than 99. He doesn't.
All right, final question. Here we go. This is a quick one to end the show. What is the acceptable date to take down your Christmas tree and Christmas lights? When should you have them down by? Okay, I'll start.
Yeah.
January 10th.
January 10th.
Over or under January 10th?
I'm saying the exact same day as you.
Oh, my gosh. I'm ruling against both you guys. Get the hell out of here. It's after 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
Let's get the hell out of here.
Thank you to Andy Martello. It's time for our Kenny White Dog of the Day. Kenny White agreeing with me, I believe. Is that right?
Oh,
or Kevin Bellincott, basically.
No.
Oh, no, the Liberty Bowl, he likes Arkansas as well. Why is this oh no? Did you like Texas Tech?
No, I don't have a play. I don't have a play on this game.
All right.
I'm scared. Well, actually, it's Kevin's pick.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
not
not
as
my
bad.
pick.
If it was your pick, I'd be scared you're
Right.
mushing Kenny. But
Okay.
but because it's Kevin's pick.
Kevin
all
and
right.
Kenny. It's a Kevin and Kenny Dog of the Day. Here's our Dog of the Day, ladies and gentlemen. Which one is this? Oh, yeah, this is a dog who can dribble soccer ball with a Frisbee in his mouth. Look at him. He looks
Multi-sport
like,
athlete
that's pretty
there.
good.
It looks like Pele out there, or Stan Terlecki. Remember Stan Terlecki? Pittsburgh
The
Spirit?
Frisbee.
Well, no, the Frisbee, but Stan Terlecki was the only soccer player I could think. Paul Childs, these are Pittsburgh Spirit from back in the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back on Monday and Tuesday. Alex White will be here co-hosting both days. We're off Wednesday, New Year's Day, then we're back Thursday, I believe.
Don't sign off yet.
Andy Martello. And Friday, Jeff Parles will be back. Yeah, let's hold him up.
next Friday if I can grab this.
This
sheet of paper.
card.
Here we go.
Yeah. How often
Yep.
are you like positive EV for those who follow
Chris,
that?
move the card a little bit towards
Oh,
you.
there we go.
Yep.
How many times are you in positive territory in a casino?
Right.
I mean, like never. You know, but here you are.
Yep.
We're going to give out a lot more money than we take in.
Right.
And there's not that much. Matter of fact, since I mentioned SC before,
Yeah.
like when I went in for my bone marrow transplant, they said, well, you're up to like a 50-50 shot. Really? Because before then it was worse. And I looked at my wife. I said, that's better odds than the casino gives you. What the hell? I'll go for it. But this is like way better than 50-50.
$5 will get you
And
25.
you bet as many as you like. You bet as many. And there's a couple.
Ann's done too.
I guess there's a couple. I hate to say gimmies, but Texas looks pretty good.
By the way, I just saw Ryan McCormick walk in wearing a Chicago Blackhawks hat, but is it also a Chicago Bears shirt? How do you feel about that game last night?
I won't share the messages Ryan and I were sending to each other yesterday.
They're not
This
friendly.
is a family show.
They're not acceptable for air.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks for watching. Football Frenzy at 2 p.m.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Get your card in.
Chris,
You have
get your
till
cards in.
12:30 tomorrow. So hustle down here. Get them in.
Do it. All right, thank you for watching Punchlines, Lines, live in Nevada, every show. Bye-bye.